Okay, so the $100 million money models book event just ended last night, and I figured it'd be the perfect time for me to make a quick video and explain why I didn't buy the 200 book bundle. And if you did, great. If you didn't, haven't missed out. Don't feel bad because FOMO is huge right now amongst all the other entrepreneurs who are massive Hormozi fans, right? So here's the thing, right? I was super close to buying it, and I literally felt like I just had to buy the bundle. I followed Hormozi for like 5 years. I followed his advice to the T. For some context as well, I won the school games. I met him in person in Las Vegas last year, and then I also won the 90-day challenge he had last year, and I had a one-on-one call with him. We spent 20 minutes just diving deep into my deepest business constraint, and he gave me great value there, right? So huge Hormozi fan, and I basically would blindly trust anything he says when it comes to business, right? So now back to why I didn't buy, right? So I literally filled in my credit card on this page, right? And I was literally about to buy the $100 million bundle. I was just figuring out where do I get it delivered. I'm in Poland now. I'm in Dubai in a few months, right? And the thing is that I was very close to buying, and then I thought to myself, look, Hormozi talks about constraints, right? Like always be solving for the number one constraint, solve it, and then move on to the next constraint, right? Oops, sorry, it's one constraint at a time, right? So the key thing is that if I were to actually follow Hormozi's advice, I need to solve the number one constraint, right? And then after a lot of thinking, I was up till 3:30 a.m. last night. And also, as an entrepreneur, you understand that like your routine is everything. So I messed up my routine. I've been sleeping between 12 and 1 for the past 2 months or so. So I messed up my routine because I was really, really, well, first of all, binge watching the live event, and also just thinking, should I buy it? Should I not buy it? Am I missing out on the networking opportunities, on the AI, which seems super cool? But then I realized, wait a second, if I actually want to be where Hormozi is, I gotta not, I actually have to follow his advice and actually do what he does, right? And what he does is take massive action. And that's when I realized, look, I don't need more information. I just joined Tom Bilyeu's program. I paid him 12K for basically less than or roughly around 1 hour of his time. And I know my number one constraint, right? And that's taking action on my next business that I'm launching. So then I realized, look, I don't need more information. This is basically, it's like information porn, right? As an entrepreneur, these playbooks, these books, these courses, they're just like porn, right? They just make you feel good. You get a dopamine hit when you buy, and it feels like this false illusion of moving closer to your goal, right? So then I just realized, look, I don't need more information. I know my constraint. I've got checked by Tom Bilyeu. He gave me the advice on my number one constraint, and Alex Ramosi respects that guy, right? So I know my number one constraint, and that's all I should do, right? I need to take action towards my second business, which I'm launching right now, right? So to be honest as well, right? Like I've made some money last year, won the school games, and I now live a comfortable life. I'm traveling the world, and I had like a fire in me last year. And as soon as I made my first million, it's just not been the same, right? But the momentum's getting back now. I'm working really hard, and yeah, I just don't need more frameworks right now. So if you're at that stage, or if you're at a similar stage where I am, where you've had some success and you know exactly what to do, like focus on taking action towards your goal instead of like consuming more information, right? Information on its own in absolute isn't going to get you where you are. And since you've missed out, it's completely fine. Like you can always message people or find people on the internet who are part of the program and pick their brains on what they learned from the program, right? So just to let you know, right, my next goal is to hit 10 million USD in annual revenue, and for that I need to start creating way more A-roll content. I haven't been creating content, and that's pretty much it. I've pre-ordered a copy of the book. Um, I'm going to read it, but I definitely don't need all of those extra pieces of playbooks and stuff. I'd rather spend that $6,000 on basically learning how to create better video form content. As you see right now, my phone literally dropped because it's hard to explain, but it's kind of my phone is on a weird position right in front of, like on top of my laptop behind like a water bottle. It's kind of very this close to falling down. So obviously my content skills aren't great. Video content skills aren't great, and that's what I'm trying to learn right now. So that's pretty much it. Don't beat yourself up. If you made some money, you've had some success, focus on your number one constraint. And if joining the community or whatever Alex was selling helps you find your number one constraint, great. But if you know your number one constraint, you just got to take action, right? That's my advice. Hope you enjoyed the launch. And honestly, like, small pep talk, but I got super inspired by it, right? I know a lot of people are jealous and are pissed and are making all of these wild claims. But me, when I watched it, knowing that I've met Alex Hormozi in person, he knows me, and I had a one-on-one call with him. I was like, holy fuck, this motherfucker who I met in person has made $100 million in like over a weekend. It's fucking insane. I had to bust my ass for my first million. Took me years, and this motherfucker made it in a weekend. And I'm super inspired. And I think that watching that alone, like live, it's just completely changed my whole perception of what you can do if you have an information business, right? And you're selling through generating leads through social media. So that's pretty much it. Hope you liked my video, and hope you got some value from it. Don't feel bad. Work on your number one constraint and take a lot of action, which is basic advice, and you'll get to where you want to be. And hopefully see you in the next video. I'm going to be creating more videos for entrepreneurs like yourself. Thank you.